Welcome to your deep dive on logo design.
We're diving into basic principles of logo design. And even if you're not a designer, trust me, this stuff is fascinating and surprisingly relevant to your everyday life.
It's true. You might not realize how much thought goes into those little symbols we see everywhere.
We're going to decode all of that today.
So buckle up. This is going to be fun. So our source dives right into the heart of the matter. Effective logo design isn't just about aesthetics. It's about strategic communication.
What makes that so important in the grand scheme of things?
A logo is often our first impression of a brand, a visual shortcut to their identity and values.
Think about the Apple logo, for example.
That simple, iconic apple instantly conjures feelings of innovation, sleek design, and user-friendly technology.
That's the power of a well-crafted logo.
It's like that aha moment when you realize you've already absorbed tons of information about a company just from a tiny little symbol.
Exactly. And that's why one of the first principles our source emphasizes is simplicity is key.
So true. But why is simplicity so crucial in logo design?
It seems almost too obvious.
Our brains are wired to process simple shapes more easily.
There's a fascinating area of psychology called Gestalt theory that explores how we perceive visual information.
Simple shapes, like those often used in logos, are easier for our brains to organize and remember, especially with repeated exposure.
That makes so much sense.
I've definitely struggled to make out the details of really complex logos, especially when they're shrunk down on a website or a business card.
You've hit on another crucial point, versatility. A strong logo needs to be effective in any size and across various mediums, from a giant billboard to a tiny app icon, and even in black and white.
That intricate logo you mentioned might have looked stunning on a website, but it lost all its impact and clarity when scaled down.
It's like trying to cram a whole novel's worth of detail into a single sentence. It just doesn't work.
Now, our source also delves into typography, which honestly can be a bit overwhelming.
There are just so many fonts. Absolutely. But choosing the right typography for a logo is about much more than personal preference.
It's about finding a typeface that embodies the brand's personality.
We're talking about whether a serif font with its little feet evokes tradition and trustworthiness, or if a clean, modern sans serif better suits a tech startup.
It's incredible how just changing a font can completely change how we perceive a brand.
Have you ever noticed how certain fonts just feel right for certain brands?
It's like they're speaking directly to you in a certain tone of voice.
Exactly. It's about achieving that perfect harmony between the visual and the verbal. Now, speaking of harmony, our source also highlights the importance of timelessness in logo design.
Avoiding those trendy design elements that might look dated in a few years.
What are your thoughts on that?
A logo shouldn't be a fleeting trend.
It's an investment in a brand's long-term identity.
The goal is to create something that will still be relevant and impactful years, even decades down the line.
Think about logos like the Coca-Cola script or the Nike swoosh. They've transcended trends and remain instantly recognizable.
That makes perfect sense. And what about the role of color in logo design?
It seems like color plays a huge part in shaping our perception of a brand.
Absolutely.
Color theory is a powerful tool in logo design.
Different colors evoke specific emotions and associations.
Green, for example, often signifies growth, health, or nature.
Blue is often associated with trust, stability, and security, making it a popular choice for financial institutions.
And then you have red, which can convey excitement, passion, or even a call to action. Think fast food chains.
It's like choosing the right color palette can subtly influence a customer's emotions and perceptions without them even realizing it.
So it's more than just picking colors that look nice together.
It's about choosing colors that align with the brand's message and resonate with its target audience.
Exactly. Speaking of resonating with an audience, our source also talks about memorability.
How do you make a logo stick in someone's mind?
It's like that feeling when you see a logo and instantly know what brand it represents, even if it's just a silhouette or a simple shape.
It's about creating something unique and memorable.
It could be a clever use of negative space, think FedEx's arrow, or a distinctive color combination that becomes synonymous with the brand.
Our source also mentions balance and proportion.
How do those principles come into play when designing a logo?
Balance and proportion are all about visual harmony.
A well-balanced logo feels harmonious and visually appealing.
It's about ensuring no single element overpowers the others.
For example, you wouldn't want a logo with a massive, bold typeface and a tiny, intricate icon.
It's like a visual symphony where each element plays its part in creating a harmonious whole. Speaking of playing a part, What about relevance?
How does a logo stay relevant to the business or organization it represents?
Relevance ties back to understanding the brand's core values and target audience.
A tech company might opt for a sleek, modern logo to convey innovation, while a nonprofit might choose something more approachable and friendly to build trust.
So it's really about reflecting the brand's personality and connecting with its audience on a visual level.
Absolutely. And that's where feedback comes in, the final principle our source emphasizes.
Getting those valuable outside perspectives.
It's so easy to get tunnel vision when you're deep in the design process.
Exactly. Feedback is crucial throughout the entire design journey.
Fresh eyes can help spot areas for improvement, ensure the logo resonates with the target audience, and identify any potential issues or misinterpretations.
This deep dive has given us so much to think about.
What are some key takeaways our listeners should remember?
Remember, a logo is more than just a pretty picture.
It's a powerful communication tool that encapsulates a brand's identity, values, and aspirations.
By understanding the core principles we've discussed, simplicity, versatility, timelessness, the strategic use of typography, color, and the importance of balance, proportion, relevance, and feedback, you'll start to see logos in a whole new light.
It's like we've unlocked a hidden language.
So next time you encounter a logo, take a moment to really look at it.
Analyze its shape, colors, and overall message.
You might be surprised by what you discover.